Hello viewers, welcome to our TV program NTRTV. Discover world, discover Europe, discover Balkan Peninsula. We are in Sarajevo. It is the capital of Bosnia and Herzegovina. This country is always in my heart, has been always in my heart since 1992, because very hard days, very difficult time had been lived in this country. In between 1992 and 1995, this country suffered a lot. Many innocents were killed in this country. Now we are in the Şehitlik martyrdom in Sarajevo, and when I look at the tombstones, I can see the buried people. Mostly they died in between 1992 and 1995. 50,000 people were killed, Bosnians were killed by the Chetniks nearby the Virina River by cutting the throat, and also there many civilians, 250,000 children, women, they were killed by Chetniks, really. And the isolated area, this part, couldn't get any help, any assistance from different countries. They were totally alone to defend this city. Chetnik snipers around of the mountains, they were shooting Bosnian Muslims and the Croatians. They were shooting, killing, unfortunately. And many people around of me, some of them, while they were trying to find bread and water, running away from the snipers, they died. While I'm telling you this, I'm shivering really, because I lived those days. Each day I was following the news from Bosnia and Herzegovina. There are unbelievable stories here. Unbelievable obsession had been done by the Chetniks. I can't tell you on the TV screens because it's forbidden to tell those killings, really. Anyway, today Bosnia is in peace, and this country had been built by a man. He's not only a politician, but he was not only a politician, he was also a great scholar in Islamic world. His book, he wrote an amazing book. His book is Islam in Between East and West. This man was European, Bosnian, Muslim. He lived here in this city. He was born here, and he was the father of Bosnians. And his name is Alija Izzetbegovich. Just behind of me, you see his grave. Very modest, wonderful grave. This is my second time visiting this grave. The shape of the grave is, you can see, it's a crescent. Is in the center of the crescent, as you can see. Alija Izzetbegovich book, Islam is in between East and West. Very important book, but unfortunately his book was not very well understood, because if you want to understand his book, you have to read Old Testament, you have to read New Testament, you have to read Das Kapital of Karl Marx, and also you have to read Adam Smith's Wealth of the Countries. These 5 books, after reading those 5 books, then after reading Alija Izzetbegovich, then you can understand exactly how broad vision he had about Islam. And that is why I admire him. Also, his not only the politician but also the scholar side. And I have got completely different feelings in my heart, really, being in the cemetery of Shaheeds, martyrs, and also nearby Alija Izzetbegovich. It's a very interesting and a very different feeling, really. If you come to Bosnia and Herzegovina, especially Sarajevo, you should come and visit this cemetery. I kindly request you to look at the tombstones. There are some children, babies. Most of them they died in between 92 and 95, really. We couldn't keep our shedding tears while walking among the tombstones, really. There was no way to come Sarajevo those days. They were completely alone, and they were orphan of the humanity, orphan martyrs, orphan graves, and they were all killed by fascism, Chetnik mentality. Of course, not every Serb is Chetnik or and also fascist. There were some Serbs here. They were fighting together with Muslims against the fascists, and one of them has got very interesting story. His name is Čedomir Domuz, and he was also killed by Serbian Chetniks. He was a hero. He is still hero in Bosnia, and inshallah today we are going to make an interview with her daughter and his wife, with his daughter, with his wife. We are going to make an interview inshallah in the afternoon, if Allah permits, and we are going to listen Čedomir from her daughter. Her daughter Sanya Selma converted to Islam. Also his Čedomir's wife converted to Islam. Čedomir died as a Christian. You can defend your country. Bosnia is a Muslim country as well, and you can defend your nation or your religious brothers, sisters. I can understand this, you can defend. But if obsessors are from your nation, your religious group, what would you do? Not many people don't defend the innocents. Normally, if we are human beings, we have to be against any kind of obsessor. Obsessor can be Christian or Muslim or Jewish, but we have to be together with any innocent in the world. If innocent is Christian or Muslim or Jewish, no matter, but we have to defend the innocence first. This makes us human. And Čedomir supported Muslim innocence here in this country. Even if he was a Serb, even if he was an Orthodox Christian. That is why he is a very great man. And inshallah, we're gonna speak to Selma, Sanya, in the afternoon. Thank you very much for being with us. I henüz Cimbit, Sarajevo, in the cemetery of Şehitlik, martyrdom, and nearby Alija Izzetbegovich grave. Discover Turkey, discover world, discover Balkan Peninsula, discover Bosnia.